Go ahead.
Welcome to the Pearl L. Crawford Memorial Library Board of Trustees meeting, Tuesday, March 22nd. And we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
I was gonna say, do you need things?
Well, no, I don't need everything.
I have everything.
Minutes?
I don't need it.
Do you need the director's report?
No, I don't have
I'm going to actually give you new minutes, so don't even.
Just because of that little,
Look at you being prepared.
Oh, I don't know why that happened. Is that how you got it from me?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know why that
Somebody
happened.
else had one like that.
Yeah, that's it. It did this lovely.
I don't know why.
Didn't know it to me.
Well, you know what? Nicole complained about the
Yes.
meeting, so I
Yeah.
wonder what happened.
And
That's
why
really
some
weird.
and not all of us?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mine were fine.
I didn't bother. I was
didn't-
like, yeah, you
Yeah.
can see the important stuff. I didn't bother to reprint it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, I have new meeting minutes because Kathy's name was spelt wrong, and I made a couple of corrections, and I'll just tell you what they are.
It's Kathy with a
Okay,
The K.
A.
Drusilla.
Okay. Gotta have ways to remember this stuff.
So, yeah, you just, if you could just briefly read them. And Kathy. Ooh, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I made corrections to the one you sent me, and I just printed it. It was easier than sending it to you and back to me and all that fun stuff. So I changed Kathy's name, just being spelled with a K.
To Fred.
A full flavor.
And then the other change I made that was, I just changed wording because I went back and watched the meeting. And I changed the wording. We discussed the capital funding request. We talked about the carpet.
Yeah.
And so after that, it was additional full-time position was put under the capital funding. And really, it was discussed then.
Oh, yeah.
But it was really budget related, so I just made the change that was placed in budget for consideration. So that was the change, and I think Kathy's name, and that one, I went back to watching the meeting, that's where it was, so I just left it there. So those are the only changes that I made. So you have the corrected copy in your hands.
All right. Move to accept. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, did MLA put a request in to come like next week or something? Is there timing of all this?
Hang on, we're covered. Wait.
Cool.
Don't worry,
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
All right, so there's that. So, speaking of the carpet, I know I've talked to Drusilla about it, but Drusilla, can you just tell the board about the quotes?
Yeah, so we got 2 quotes because all of the carpet places are very busy, and we had a deadline to get things in before the capital committee meeting. So we got 2 quotes, one from North Oxford Mills, both, by the way, for carpet tiles, which wear longer and are better in terms of long-term maintenance, because instead of replacing a whole section of carpet, you just replace the tile. North Oxford Mills gave me a quote for sort of entry-level carpet tiles, which did not include moving any furniture or doing any of the other prep work, which was about $65,000. And then Atkinson Carpet, which has worked with several libraries in the area, gave me a quote for a better quality of sort of mid-range carpet tile, which does include moving everything and all of the prep work and all of that stuff, and that came in at about 85,000.
So
those-
these quotes that you submitted to the town, are they the only ones that we can go with?
No,
Or
no,
that
no.
was to give them an
No,
idea?
it's to give them a ballpark.
Okay.
Because they need to, so, yeah, so they have
Right.
an idea. So, I brought those to the capital committee, we discussed it. They essentially said, well, we're not sure where we're getting the money, but we are putting it, they're moving it to the next step. So there's some capital projects they know where the money is coming from.
Uh-huh.
Like, I understand, like, some of the fire department things, there's federal money that they know they have. So that project goes one route, but then there's the projects like ours that they want to fund in the coming year, but they're not entirely sure where the money's coming from. And we are in that pile, for the higher amount.
I guess my only issue with Atkinson is I would like to get more quotes from local.
Well, bear in mind that
companies.
none of this is, like, this is just to get a ballpark.
Right.
We will not be selecting one of those two firms. It's still gonna have to go out to bid.
This is just to get a number.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
so
still-
you're
no,
not
no, no,
gonna
no.
use Atkinson?
No.
Oh, because you
This
said
is
that other
just for
libraries have, and I
information.
thought, oh, but.
No, this is
I wanna
just
do
for
local.
information purposes.
Oh.
This has
So they
nothing
can
to
say-
do, yeah, so that they know
Okay.
what to put in the capital plan. This has
Okay.
nothing to do with
Oh,
actually
that
doing the
wasn't our
carpet.
discussion when I talked with you about
No.
it, that's why, okay,
This-
clarification.
This has nothing to do with us actually doing it. That's just the quote that the capital committee is working from for planning purposes.
Because I would like to
Yeah,
get
no,
some
this
local
whole,
quotes.
this project has to go out to bid, this project has
Oh,
to
yeah.
go through the whole process.
Yep.
So, this is, we aren't nearly there yet.
Okay.
I didn't get, it was kind of an O. It's like, yeah, well, I kind of got the impression that we were not the only project, that they
Yeah.
were like, oh, oops, we kind of
That's
dropped the
not-
ball on that, so, but we are in
not
whatever the
unusual.
next step is that they deal with. You know, and they asked some questions and, you know, like I said, I was pleased that they went with the higher amount because that gives us a little more leeway when it comes to bidding and so on. You know, we discussed the fact that depending on when this project happens, costs are still going up, so, you know, it may come in higher than that when the time comes, but.
Mhm.
Do you know what the grade carpet was that we had in the front library? Was it new or was it higher or do you know?
It's wall to wall, it's nothing, you
Yeah,
can't
it's
really
not-
compare it, it's not
Yeah,
tiles.
Yeah, it's not the same, which is, but it's one reason that I want to go with carpet tiles. First of all, I've had them in other buildings and they do wear better because they don't fray.
Well, it makes sense for
And
replacing.
one of the issues
Se-
that we
you know,
have now
sections.
is that we have sections that are badly worn,
Yep.
but because it's the broad loom, we have to replace the whole thing, so.
So, to pick your brain, do you remember how
Well,
carpet was
I was
chosen?
just gonna say, not carpet per se, but the whole project, we kind of took that theory of mid-range. We never went high,
Oh,
we
yeah.
never went low. We kind of always went mid-range. I can't speak specifically to the
Yeah.
carpet, but that was our theory when we were doing the
But,
project.
but yeah, so like I said, we did, the capital committee did agree that for the traffic we get and so on, tiles were a better solution, so,
It makes sense.
yeah.
I
Oh, and
just-
you look under those
I still want it to
runners.
be warm and cozy though, like I still want it to
Yeah.
have that
No,
warm
the
and I don't know.
carpet tile, have you seen carpet tiles?
No, I
They-
haven't,
You
so.
can't tell that they're not carpet.
Oh, okay.
It's not like tile. It
Well, I
looks like
just know
carpet,
that,
it's
yeah,
just
the
the,
pieces.
well, you know,
Yeah.
like with seams of carpet, like in here, you can't tell where the seam is.
Right.
It's the same thing with carpet tile, it just
Okay.
looks like,
Part of the pattern.
yeah.
I want to be there, or I want people to be there for the selecting part of it.
Yeah, well, I very much think that's up to me because it's my building and it seems to be that seems to be how the town does things. It's your building, you know what you need. You know.
Well, I mean, I'm talking color and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that. I don't
But
know.
yeah, no,
I would like
think
to.
Oh,
that's,
trust me, that was
I
a
would like
fun
to
part
have-
of the whole project
Yeah,
was colors
Yeah.
all over the place.
neutral that doesn't show dirt.
That's kind of was always the theme.
That-
And that's why you have the runners coming in the
Yes.
front door. Within months, we said, oh, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, we've gotta get the high traffic area,
Yeah.
like right
Yeah.
in front of the desk, and coming
Yeah.
in from the front door, we gotta have a runway.
Right. So, okay. And Drusilla sent us all back on March 2nd. She sent us, I think, from Greater Worcester County, Community Foundation about the funding, and the request was, or a suggestion was made to us to set up a designated fund so that they can automatically send the library the grant
Well,
each year.
We have the designated fund. I mean, we already have the line item, our gifts line item is where that goes. What they wanna do is they are moving the funds like ours, that there's an amount a minimum amount you're supposed to take anywhere, and every year. We are not the only organization, I gather, that does not always take as much as we're supposed to, which messes up their bookkeeping. So what they wanna do is, instead of us putting in a yearly request saying, give us this much money, and they send me a check for that amount, what they wanna do is just send me a check for the required amount. Here you go, take care of it. And they can send it either in April or in September. My preference would be September, just because it's after the start of the fiscal year, which makes a little more sense in terms of budgeting for me.
Yeah, we don't wanna see this slush in just before the end of the year.
Yeah, I'd rather put it at the beginning of the fiscal year, but, you know, I've talked to both Rich Carmignani and John Ruda, and they both understand that they can't touch this money.
Yeah.
Like, they were both,
Right.
you know, so it's a matter of it coming to us and us putting, you know, I've deposited in that fund, and then we know how much we have without having to do the annual votes, and it also,
So I just
keeps-
want to finish what I was trying to say is, do we want to create a designated fund for this? Maybe not necessarily into gifts, or do we want to create a committee, a subcommittee, to make some decisions on how this money is spent?
I mentioned that before. I think it'd be good to have a
Yes.
subcommittee
Yes.
to talk about this
Yeah.
and to come up with ideas to present to the full board to make
Yeah.
a decision on.
Mhm.
'Cause it's a nice
It's a-
problem to have. But, you know,
It is.
we gotta, you know, we should do it and do it appropriately.
And I'm sure that, like, some other board member, like Nicole, would probably like, that was
Yeah.
something she expressed interest in.
Exactly.
And maybe there's a patron that might,
Exactly. It
Like-
doesn't have to be board. I mean,
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be board people.
yes.
You know, there should be representation on it,
Yes.
but I mean, we should get some interested
Yep,
people.
because that's a lot of money, and I just think that it would be nice if we did that.
I don't see that it's necessary to put it into its own specific thing if it goes in the gift, because it will be documented separately from anyway.
I mean, I would say same as all of our other donations, like the $10,000 for the teen room. You know, there's documentation that money came from this person for that purpose.
I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be, I don't know if we want to table that for
Since
when
we're
the
doing
full
it in
board is
Septem-
here.
Yeah, I'd love to see everybody, and, because it's not till September.
Well, we have to
Well, I
vote
have to
on-
know whether to tell them, but I mean,
Yeah.
I should probably be able to tell them like soon that we want the check in September.
So we can vote as a board tonight that we want to do it in September,
Yes.
and then between now and September.
Create something.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we let Greater Worcester Community Foundation know that we would like an annual payout. Which fund is it? The Hugh and Harriet,
It's the Hugh and Harriet
it's the Hugh and
Crawford.
Harriet
Yeah.
Crawford
Yep.
Fund. To
And-
be paid out annually in September, sent to us.
Yes.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay. And we will move on. MLA is not able to be here this evening.
I do
I'll
have
let you
some
address that.
information for them. Yes, so Joanne does apologize. She is very unwell. And I gather because it was last minute, her assistant was unable to be here. She will be sending, hopefully tomorrow, an updated plan with the one-way traffic in the parking lot, which allows them to move the sidewalk away from the rock. And the changes that we had discussed at the last meeting. We'll also, sorry, her email's a little garbled. I think she might have been a little doped on cough medicine. We'll also send some sections and elevations of the site along with images for fence options and benches. If you and the trustees review the material and give comments and questions, we can move ahead from there. So my suggestion would be that I will send that out when I get it tomorrow, and then if all of the trustees will respond to me, then I can compile that, get that back to the trustees, and also send it on to them, and they can.
What is she looking for from the trustees?
It's just what we think of the change, you know, as we had discussed at the last meeting, moving the traffic to one way, which shifts the, sidewalk and stuff, and also, fences and benches.
For a vote to approve?
Yeah.
I think,
don't-
no, it doesn't
Yeah.
sound, no, this is just comments and questions. This is
Just
not
comments.
voting to approve.
Comments
This
and
is,
questions, okay.
so it's like, oh, I like that style, I don't, you know, wait, this is really ugly, don't you, you know, whatever it is.
I don't know, that sounds like.
But, so, you know, just to give them some feedback. Also, they sent out the geotechnical drilling to do the core samples that they needed, to companies asking for quotes. One company called yesterday to say they wouldn't be able to schedule the test drilling until May because of their workload. I told him we'd still like their quote because it may be true for other companies as well, which makes sense to
Yep.
me. So that's where we are with them.
Okay, so just remember to send it to us?
Yeah,
She
well,
forgot last
no.
month.
Like I said, when I get it tomorrow, I will send it out to everyone, and then, like I said, if all of you
Lovely.
send any comments, questions, whatever to me, I'll put that all in one email and send it out to everybody collectively.
Okay, moving on to the director's report.
Programs, we are busy this month. I don't know why we're so busy this month, but we are. We are nailing down summer reading. Oh, you did need a
I
copy
didn't
of
get
that.
this one. I don't know why I didn't print it out. I printed something from there. Anybody else need one?
I'm good.
There you go.
This is why I print extras.
I know. Thank you.
So we're starting to nail down summer reading and get some of the contracts and stuff finalized and all of that good stuff. We are also, we have finalized, April vacation, and already have people signing up for those events, which tells me that it's making it out to the schools because they're things that went out in the school newsletters. So we are doing lots of programming, and, the event we have on Thursday night is packed with a waiting list of 15 people, so.
What's that event? Which one is that?
That's the paint night.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to talk to her about scheduling another one, because apparently it's popular. Apparently people wanna sign up for
Linda
that.
doing this one? Who's doing this?
Jane Walker.
Jane Walker.
Jean Walker.
Jean
Sorry.
Walker.
But yeah, so that will be, we will be busy on Thursday night. It's gonna be a full house. So that's where we are on programs. Budget, we are right where we should be, in terms of budget. I don't think there's anything strange or unusual going on in any of it. But we are right where we should be at about 40% of the budget remaining, with 3 months to go.
So I just want to go back to programming. I know, I don't know who it was, somebody expressed that henna, I know she have henna art here, and I know that didn't go over at all in September.
The last time it didn't, but the time we had it before, we were packed. The time we did it before, we had kids like lined up so we were gonna try it again and see how it goes.
Just because the last one in September, like, there was nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody
but that was
at
also on a
point.
Saturday, and we know from experience that kids are busy on Saturdays, so this one's during the week, and the last
And
time.
this is vacation week.
Yeah.
Keep the kids busy.
The last time we did one
Go to the
during,
library again.
the last time we did one during vacation week, we had kids lined up outdoors.
I hope a lot of
So-
people attend. That would be great. I was sad to see that it wasn't very well attended, that's all, so. All right, and facility.
So at the moment, we think, figured out what's going on with the alarm system, that we kept getting error messages on the fire alarm system saying that it couldn't reach the monitoring station. They have fixed whatever that is, but they would like, they are phasing out, as are most alarm companies, as I have discovered from talking to colleagues, they're phasing out landline communications. So they would like to put in a cellular.
Didn't we just go through such an ordeal?
Yeah, but what's interesting
for that
is the
phone line?
security,
Wow.
security company, bear in mind we have two monitoring companies. The security company is adamant that they need the landline. The fire company wants to put a gizmo in, and our panel is outdated, apparently. I don't know. So I've asked them to give me an estimate to put the
What's
the
out there?
panel. We have an alarm panel system.
Camel.
That is,
I tell you, I got better words than you did. So it was a camel.
I mean, I'd
It was
love to have a
outdated.
library camel.
I felt very bad about that.
But, so I am waiting for an estimate on those things. We have ordered the letters for the teen room and the shelving for the teen room, and now we just wait, for them to come in.
And that was through a gift.
Yes.
Wonderful.
That was the gift in memory of Bill Fife. And we will, it looks as though we will end up with some money left over from the shelving and the furniture and stuff. So once I know for sure what the final total is, I'll be talking to her about what she would like to see us use the rest of it for. But like I said, now we're just waiting. Stuff has been ordered, but stuff is slow. We have one sensor on the security alarm system that has lost its little electronic mind. And
I know.
keeps announcing that somebody has, so they're motion sensitive. So what they do is they go off when there's motion. It keeps announcing that there's motion. The problem is that it's in the middle of the building. It's in the middle of the lobby. And nobody can get to that sensor unless you've gone through the doors and windows. So unless somebody is repeatedly tunneling up through the lobby, I don't think. So I have called the alarm company. They are ordering the part to replace what they think the issue is. And in the meantime, they have however they flag it on the system, it says that if that is the only sensor triggering an alarm, in other words, the doors haven't been opened, no one's broken a window, that it is a no response, that it has to go off in concert with another alarm, which is, makes sense, because like I said, I don't think somebody's tunneling up into the lobby at 2 a.m.
My guess is this is quite a goes in front of the sensor. My friend had that happen in the police department
Because
all
of,
the time.
because
He must
of-
have a nest right near it then.
Yeah,
Kathy,
no, we
'cause
can
it goes off.
we can see this sensor. It's in the lobby, and my theory is because of when it goes off, that it's catching light reflecting from outside. And that's actually what the guy said he probably was because of where it is. But whatever they are ordering a part. They will be here. And then we have yet another security camera that has died. This is the last one
Of that brand.
of all of the original security cameras. They're electronic, they're slowly dying. So we have one more.
Lasted more than 10 years.
The last one has died, so it is on order, and Gino will be up here to replace it whenever it gets here, which he said, I don't know, it could be a while, because all of his stuff, like everything else in the world, is slow, but it's on order. So there we are.
Thank you very much. Anybody else have any questions about the report, anything
What
like
about
that?
programming? Did we ever increase yoga classes or no?
Increase the what?
The amount of yoga classes offered?
We have one a month.
Yep.
We do one on Saturdays. We've been averaging about 5 people coming to that. But at the moment, the friends are paying for that. And so they wanted to try for the first 6 months doing just the once a month.
Okay.
So that is where we are through June. And we'll
What if
see.
we increased it by the library paying for it?
Well, like,
Did it on a
right-
weeknight?
Well, right now, we don't have a weeknight that we could do it on because we're so busy. We'd have to do it.
I mean,
like
we're
in the-
only open 2 nights.
Yeah, we're
a
only
week,
open 2 nights a
right,
week.
right.
and that's
so-
kind of when they do their program.
Yeah,
So it is
so
a
we
little
would,
limited.
we'd have to do
Yeah.
it in on the tables no, we couldn't do it on the tables in the local history room. There's people in that. I don't know, we'd have to do it in the hallway outside my office or something. But so we're, you know, we'll do the 6 months and then see where we are and see where, Julie's schedule is in terms of,
It's nice, it's been in attendance, that's good. Yeah.
If she were busy, I met somebody who was interested in bringing yoga.
Oh,
She
nice.
does yoga at libraries all over, but she's involved in it.
Yep, who is it?
Linda Davis. And she is interested if you need anybody else.
okay,
you know.
yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
Julie's been, you know, they seem to like her. I don't know, I'm not a yoga person, so.
Yeah, a lot of people do her. Yeah.
But she's, you know, we kind of agreed with her schedule and with our schedule and so on, that we would do once a month for the first 6 months and see where we were.
All right.
Wasn't she doing, I think she was doing a class one day after school. So it was at like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Not when I've been here.
No, I think it was before.
I was gonna say,
I would say
so
that
maybe
sounds
before
familiar.
me.
I
Yeah,
do
no, I think
kinda
she was,
remember that.
it might have been either a Monday or, well, we're open late on Mondays. It might have either been a Monday or a Friday that they were offering a class earlier, and it actually got a pretty good turnout.
And was it like, what age was it geared for?
Anybody?
Oh,
So it
okay.
could, I think there were some kids there,
Mhm.
like preteens, teens, up to adult,
Oh.
yeah.
I did go on Monday night, I stopped in the library and the book club was going on. It was really nice to see a full table of people doing the book club and that's come back. That was really nice to see. So, all right, board member comments and or observations. I want to say that tonight is Tasha's last night. She has resigned in her position. So I want to thank you for all you've done for us. I very much appreciate it. If anyone knows of anyone that would like to work, you could forward me information. That would be wonderful. How many hours a month do you say that you're?
Well, with the,
It's like less than 7.
Oh,
Well,
not,
we
no, no,
probably
she,
have a
it's
better
well,
like,
idea.
with the architecture and everything, it's
Well,
been,
that's the meeting.
well, the meetings, and then, I mean, I spend, like, this last time I was re-listening to parts of the meeting so I could
Yep.
get the notes right.
Yep.
So I actually probably spent about an hour and 15, hour and a half doing it, but I know in the past people
yeah, I was gonna
haven't
say,
spent
it's
that
usually
much.
been like 2 hours,
Yeah,
maybe,
so,
you know.
yeah.
When Michelle did it, it would be like an hour and a half. So.
Yeah, so, yeah, which, you know, if the meetings are normal
So you
length and the minutes don't take that long, so yeah, I'd say,
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Any other board members' comments and or observations? Our next meeting will be April 26th at 6:15. Same back channel, same back station.
MLA doesn't need any votes from us?
Not right now,
Okay.
no.
Because obviously with all-
Like I said, if
all
I knew
meetings
that
we
they
have
weren't
to-
coming, I
yeah.
would have canceled.
Mm.
It was very short. We could have maybe put it out like 2 weeks and done it then. All right, so I will accept the motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor? Go.
Thank you.